That was a delicious Nectar of the Gods beverage in the form of Halloween 2, Michael Myers, which is very fitting for this episode. Welcome back to Sippin With Sin, the podcast where we talk about stuff and things and stuff that are important to all across the world, proven by scientists way far smarter than us. That's right. It's proven. It's scientific. Number one podcast of such and things in the world. Confirmed. And not disputed. So we're just not even going to talk about it, okay? Just accept it into your soul. We got a fun episode ahead. As we talk about some stuff. It's spooky season. Spooky season has been going on. We are approaching the end of spooky season, but spooky season never actually ends in our hearts. So, yeah. But this is the general consensus, like mass acceptance of spooky season, I guess, right now. Mm-hmm. And we're about over. And then we'll continue to spook it up, if you will. But we got some stuff to talk about. We got a very interesting debate on hand for us today. One that we were actually supposed to do last week, but we completely derailed. If you listen to last week's episode, if you did, you're a real one. But we derailed into labeling horror genres, which was actually a blast. I can't lie. It was such a fun time that I actually did it even off pod. I was still doing it with the wife.
That's awesome.
And if you heard that laugh, that means our esteemed colleague is back. So let's go ahead and welcome him so we can get him in the debate. But the one, the only, Mr. Dreadlock Wizard himself, Mr. Spooktober himself, Ermac of the Screams, Christian.
How's it going? That was a good callback to last week's episode, by
also, the missus loved the fact that I called Scream Ermac. She was like, damn, that actually makes a lot of sense. And I was like,
Dude, right. That was choice words for you.
Awesome. Who is over Scream? Let's go ahead and be like, hey, if you make a Scream skin in Mortal Kombat, you should be like, of course the Ermac, the Mortal Kombat of the slashers in. We brought, like, it works. It works.
It does perfectly.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, we have after the episode, I was still thinking of subgenres. That's how deep we got into that. I was like, what would this be? And one movie, I asked her, I was like, what would you classify Orphan as? Because that was one of the first ones that popped in my head. And she was like, ooh. I was like, it's not slasher. It's not supernatural. I was like, psychological thriller. And she's like, I actually am 100% on board with that. And we were just talking subgenres. Like, that is such a fun debate. Like, that's just a really good one to debate about.
It is. Like, it works.
We derailed so hard. Full disclaimer, what we're talking about today, if we don't derail, is what we were supposed to talk about last week. But I think we're going to talk about today, and it's going to be, not going to lie, it's going to be actually kind of tricky to talk about because both of us, I feel like, are torn on it, and neither one of us know our answers. And it's going to be a very interesting debate, and you will know very soon. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about what we've been watching, reading, listening to, or playing this past week. I guess I'll go ahead and start because I don't really have a lot. Like we said before we were recording, we're kind of backlogging these episodes due to a certain someone. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm pointing at them. They have some significant life events coming up in literally days. So we are backlogging so there can be a little break from recording. And since we have literally, we could talk spooky shit and backlog episodes
every day.
Like, yeah, we could do this and have so many episodes that would not cover current events. It would be awful. Like, you would be like, well, they don't talk about anything current. They just talk about shit from 1980. But we're doing that for reasons. Your boy's getting married over there, so we're giving him a much needed break to enjoy his marriage as well as his honeymoon and stuff. And also, I have a lot of Halloween stuff. So if you want to see the Halloween preparation, I tend to make a YouTube video about it and post stuff. So go check out the socials that we'll talk about later. But yeah. So me this week, I've not done a lot. I've watched some movies. One of them, I believe, Christian actually saw part of. Mm-hmm. And I have a fun story about it. We did actually a Discord night with the community, with my streaming community, and we watched Winnie Pooh, Blood and Honey. And this movie is the absolute definition of B. And when I say B, if you took a mask that I use for Halloween and you put it on me and put like some overalls, you'd be like, oh, it's Winnie the Pooh. Like, literally, that's about it. It was bad. But it's bad in a way that it's funny because it's so bad. And I So every night I post what I watch, our movie. It's kind of like Christian's Inktober challenge. I do like a 31 Nights of Horror challenge, where every night me and the missus, we've been doing this for years, we'll post a different movie that we've watched. We watch a different movie for that night for October. And Blood and Honey was ours that night. Everything run late. And fun story, I didn't hashtag them. I didn't tag them. They found me on Twitter from the post. No tags. And they liked it. And I was like, oh, damn. Like they know we just watched them.
Talking about the
actual
the
company. Yeah, like the Winnie Pooh Blood and
Jesus.
Honey liked it. And I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, that's actually funny. But I let the community vote, and that's what they voted. So we watched that. It come out this year. I don't know when. The start of this year?
Like early this year.
Like March or April,
yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
I think it may somewhere around then. It was an earlier one, but yeah. So I've watched that. It's very B. I don't really know. Like, don't go in thinking this is some high budget, awesome horror movie. If you like B movies, which I appreciate them for what they are, watch it. Like, yeah. Other than that, I watched something I've been pretty excited for, but at the same time, not only have I been excited, I've tempered expectations. So I don't know if Christian ever does that, but like, you're excited for it to come out, but at the same time, you're like, I don't expect this to be great. Like, I can't wait to watch it, but I'm not expecting this to be like, oh shit, this was amazing. And that is Pet Sematary Bloodlines, which would be, if you have watched Pet Sematary all, it is the prequel to the original. And also, if you've watched the original Pet Sematary, I'm not sure in the remake if they address this or not. I can't remember. I kind of want to rewatch the remake. I may do that this evening. But in the original, I also can't think of Herman Munster's actor's name. What is his name? Do you know?
I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Anyways, I'm just going to call him Herman Munster. He plays Judd. He alludes to the first, whenever they're talking about once Gage passes. Also, spoilers. If you haven't watched the 1989 movie, the shit are you doing? Like, okay. When Gage passes, he alludes to they tried to bring back a person back. Right. He's seen it once using the Pet Sematary.
They show you a flashback of that. Like,
yes.
They show you a flashback of that.
The movie is literally that story. It's that story in depth, which to me is dope because it's alluded to in the movie. So it's just literally backstory for you. And now I'm all for that. It has David Duchovny in it. I can't think of who plays a young Judd. I can't think of his name. I feel like I've seen him in stuff before. Also, if you watch Midnight Mass, which I think, Christian, you watch Midnight Mass, right?
Absolutely. We talked about it on the podcast.
Do you remember the dad? Like the main character that went to jail, the dad. Yeah. Okay. He's in it as Judd's dad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's
so it's the story about the guy that goes to
war.
To like war, comes
he goes
back
to Vietnam to be more specific. I'm not going to give spoilers if you want to watch it. It literally, I don't know when it come out. I know it just come out a couple days ago on not Peacock, on Paramount. Mm-hmm. But it's been out a little before that. I think it come out in September. But they have like the access to it already. It is a solid prequel. Like, I enjoyed it. Especially after watching the awful performance of Lewis in the original Pet Sematary. Me and Christian actually talked about this off air. The cat scene.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
With
Actually,
church,
the more we watched that movie, the more I was just laughing at him. I'm like, this dude is the most emotionless dude I've ever met in my life. Like, what the shit? Can he just care? Please just care. He also did the dumbest shit. Literally, he did the dumbest shit all movie. I'm like, bro, will you please think? But no, I would say watch it. If you enjoy Pet Sematary at all, in that whole story, it's worth a watch. Because it's literally the backstory that Judd talks about. Like Christian said, it's a dad's son that goes off to war. He dies, and they bring him back. And then they also go in a little more detail about how that area come to be with like past stuff and all that. And it's kind of interesting in that aspect. Are there gripes with this movie? Yeah, there's little things like I would definitely complain about. And the missus brought up, but I'm not going to go into detail until Christian watches it because I would like to maybe we may have like a full like hash out session of it where we discuss it and go over it.
Okay.
But I watched that. Other than that, I'm actually not sure what I'm watching tonight. I'm gonna be honest. What'd you think about Winnie Pooh? Winnie the Pooh.
So I've actually seen Blood and Honey before, and
Definition of
I
B.
think I don't even like. That's one of those movies that like.
What? While you're talking about,
It's
I'm gonna see how much that
so.
movie cost. Like the budget.
Oh, the budget was nothing, and
It
they
can't be
already.
because if you see the sign, it looked like I went outside and found a piece of wood and just took like a paintbrush and was like 1,000-acre whatever. And I'm like, Jesus.
It's 100 acre, I think. 100 acre woods.
Well, maybe he added a zero. Listen, budget $100,000. $100,000 for a movie. That's it.
They already got a. They're doing like
That's
Bambi, I think, and they're doing like all of those old.
This one has a
All
sequel.
those old characters.
They have already
Yeah.
announced a sequel for this.
They changed. They actually showed what the masks look like. I think they're just they're slightly tweaked in this one.
$100,000. It come out February 15th. I don't think I saw it till like March or April though.
Right.
$100,000. In comparison, $100,000. If you were to put up, Christian, give me a movie. Give me a horror movie like recent.
Recent?
Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary.
Like do Exorcist Believer, like the newer one.
I'm just doing Bloodlines off the top of my head. Budget. If I can find it. Where's the budget? So $100,000 for Winnie Pooh, and you can definitely tell. Why am I not seeing the budget?
Because, like, for an example, the budget for The Exorcist Believer, the new one that just came out, was $30 million. That was the budget.
Okay, so literally $100,000 probably wouldn't do shit in Exorcist. Essentially. How crazy. I still am not finding the budget for this damn movie.
$30 million for The Exorcist.
I mean, I would think David Duchovny probably made $100,000 doing that movie alone. Right?
Yeah. I'm like into The Exorcist Believer now. I'm looking at the budget. It cost $30 million to make, and it's made $27.2 million.
So it's almost made its money back.
Yeah. It's probably not going to make too much more than its money back, but it definitely is making its money back.
Just our dumbasses watching Winnie the Pooh, it's made its money because they paid. Dude, if you gave me $100,000, we could make a horror movie. Would it suck? Probably. But
we could get it done.
I can't find the budget for Pet Sematary. Premiered at Fantastic Fest in September 23, which followed by its streaming launch October 6th. I cannot find the budget. There's no way. I mean, it's got to be at least 10 mil, right? Surely.
For Blood and Honey?
No.
Like what it made?
No, for Pet Sematary.
Oh.
Honestly, I can't find the budget.
I'm sure I can find it. Give me a second here.
I'm striking out. Striking out, man.
See the budget.
Come on. I need to know now. Now it's going to drive me crazy until I find out.
I'm not seeing it either. That's crazy.
Like everything, the budget's like hidden. It's not showing. So this went straight to streaming. I don't think it went to theater at all, did it?
No, I don't think so.
Audience score 65. I see that for Pet Sematary, but the tomato meter is 21%.
That's about right.
I feel like a lot of horror movies, though, get kind of shitty scores for the most part.
That they do. Mostly they do, yeah.
Jackson White played young Judd also.
Okay. I don't even think I know who that is.
Yeah, I'm not finding the budget at all. Well, we've derailed on finding budgets.
Well, let's cut ties with that and get
Damn,
into
that's
what
bugging me.
else.
It's more than 100,000. I would bet my left testicle that it's more than 100,000.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Just to get
Especially
David
the fact
Duchovny in
that you
there.
have known actors, and I don't think there was any known actors in Blood and Honey.
Mm-mm.
Known actors alone, there's no way to me an actor like David Duchovny, who is a writer, he's been in hit TV shows, multiple hit TV shows. I can't see them paying him under 100,000 to do it, right? Surely.
Right. Nah, yeah, you're right.
His
You're right
name
on that.
alone,
You're
you
right on
have
that.
to. I mean, I don't know how much. I don't know what the going rate is in Hollywood, but I would think it's got a. I'm gonna say at least 10 mil for a budget for the movie, maybe.
Mhm.
You said 30 for Exorcist.
Yeah,
I don't know though. Is Blumhouse usually the cheapest route?
typically, yeah.
So then would it be over 30? Surely not, especially if it's going straight to streaming.
I couldn't tell you that. I'm not sure.
Oh. All right. What have you been into this past week though? Now that we've completely derailed.
No worries. This past week, I haven't had a lot of time to do much, obviously, for all the reasons why you said earlier. But I did get to watch the season finale of Ahsoka, and I think that is definitely one of my favorite Star Wars shows to come out on Disney Plus for sure. I wish, as a matter of fact, like I liked Ahsoka so much that if they just made Ahsoka the show into a movie, and we got that instead of the recent Star Wars trilogy of movies, then it would have been so much better. Because in this, they paid attention to detail, they gave a shit about the characters, the acting was exactly where it needed to be. There were some things I didn't really like necessarily. Like I wasn't like the biggest fan of the actor that portrayed live action Ezra Bridger, and I wish that we could have seen Kanan Jarrus in the show as well for the people that know about Star Wars and know who those characters are from Rebels. But I wish that we got to see him more. Like he's in a picture, but like I wanted to see him. Freddie Prinze Jr. Man, like we need to see you portray that character live action. That'd be great. But there are things I didn't necessarily like about Ahsoka, but as a whole, Ahsoka is fantastic. I give it like an eight and a half, 9. Like I really enjoyed it altogether. So I did get to see the season finale. It was fantastic. Um, this was the best portrayal that we got of Hayden Christensen being Anakin and Darth, even more so than in Obi-Wan. I really liked what happened. It was excellent. I can talk about the show all day and tell you why I liked it, why I thought the lore was better in this, why I thought the characters were better in this. Um, there are a lot of people online talking about the plot of Ahsoka, the plot being all of the kind of inconspicuous looking like ass shots we get of people in this movie, which is hilarious. Um, aside the fan service aside, I really enjoyed this series. I can't wait for 2. I'm excited for the movie spinoff that's supposed to be coming. Like this is due for fans. Star Wars. This is what we want to pay for. So give us more of this, and we're good. Um, I loved it. I also watched season 2, episode 1 of, and I enjoyed that. I don't want to
Season
get
2,
into
episode
that
1 of
too much
what?
because I don't
You
think
broke up for me.
yeah, of Loki.
Loki. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean
Are
it
you
was
ready to
nice
yell at
to
me?
see. Yes.
I still haven't watched Loki at all. Like not even season 1. I also haven't watched Ahsoka. If it makes you feel better. Right now, I'm balls deep in spooky season, so I don't have time. Like, I don't have enough time in the day from like streaming and all the things I do to be able to watch those. So I'm doing good to do my horror movies.
Missing out. That's all I
I
can
know
say.
Loki's been
That's
out a
all I can
while,
say.
so I really don't have a super great excuse for Loki because it's been out for
Yeah,
a hot minute.
Loki was like the second thing to come out on Disney Plus
Well, I
when
haven't
Disney Plus
watched.
dropped.
I don't know. I haven't watched any of the stuff up until Moon Knight, maybe.
Yeah, that Loki's better than Moon Knight. I'll die on that hill.
I'm trying to think what else. You had there were several. I haven't watched any of them.
The ones worth watching are Loki for sure. WandaVision was actually pretty cool,
I haven't watched
especially
it.
now that you can watch it all. You can watch it all now. You don't have to wait a week. Like WandaVision was actually good. Loki season 1 was fantastic. I really, really, really liked Loki season 1. I think that's my favorite thing that they've done, like Marvel show. You did watch Werewolf by Night, and that was pretty cool. It was short and to the point, and you got exactly what you needed. Um, I think they're re-releasing that in like a week or two in color. I'm pretty sure. I think I saw that announcement. Like they're gonna re-release
I
that
kind of don't
on
want it in
Disney
color.
Plus. I mean, I liked it being in black and white, and I think that was a good little gimmick that they had that's not done often. So just leave it. Would
Yeah.
I watch it in color? Maybe. It's not super long, so I wouldn't be wasting my time. But honestly, I just want to watch like literally the last couple scenes in color, and that's about it. But with that said, though, I watched those two things. I started watching Bad Moon that we talked about before, and I didn't get to finish it. But
Ooh,
those are the
maybe I'll
things
watch
I've been
that tonight.
watching.
I haven't watched Bad Moon. That or I'll watch the Pet Cemetery remake because I'm on like a kick of that right now.
I mean, if you're on the kick of that, watch that. But Bad Moon's definitely another like you
I
know,
forgot where I saw Bad Moon. It's on one of the streaming sites. I have seen it somewhere though.
yeah, it's on I think it's on more than one streaming site right now. To be
Yeah,
honest, but
I
yeah,
haven't
it's
seen
definitely
that. I don't.
available.
At least I don't think I've seen Bad Moon.
Give it a shot, man. That was one of the first werewolf movies I saw that had like a bipedal werewolf in it with like animatronics and shit, and it wasn't just like a CGI big wolf. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know you've seen Dog Soldiers, so like, and I'm sure you like that. Like if you like the werewolves from Dog Soldiers, it's like that mixed with the werewolf from American Werewolf in London. It's like those two put together. So you get more of like the howling style
Yeah.
werewolves in this one, and I really like this one, so you don't have to worry
Then,
about
as a
a
lot of
bunch
you
of
know,
different
we
werewolf
tend to
soldiers.
prefer practical effects over CGI shit.
Absolutely, like
Usually,
CGI serves
usually.
a
I mean, if
purpose.
done right, CGI can be really good. But when overdone, it just ruins it for me. Personally.
Also, when you had to do practical effects, it forced people to be more creative with their shots, with how they captured the creature, the likeness of certain things, like how things, just the aesthetic was all different because you could just add stuff later in post. Like you had to get it right. You had to film those things. You had to, like, you're filming some shit outside. You had a certain amount of time to film that shit outside, or the whole day was done. You had to do it another day, like shit like that. Like I missed that, not because it was harder to do, but because, like I said, it forced people to bring out their best. It forced people to do that, and I
Can I
also
bitch about the era we're in again? I know we did this a couple episodes ago. I'm kind of
quickly.
over the remake era. Like, I want to be back in that bring me new, exciting things. Give me those next new franchises that I'm going to be looking forward to for the next 10, 15 years. Where's my new Scream? Where's
I,
my new I Know What You Did Last Summer? Where's any of that? Like, give me something, please.
I'll say this. I'll say this.
Do I love
I
Michael and
agree with
Jason?
you.
Yes. I mean,
I
obviously.
agree with you.
But we're just literally like, what hasn't been remade? Oh, let's remake this. Oh, are we going to potentially shit all over it? Nah, probably. And then people that have watched and appreciate the originals are going to be like, how dare you?
Problem with stuff like that is this: people, the masses, the general public, doesn't buy new stuff. They just don't. And no
I feel
matter
like
what
this
people
branches
say, no
past
matter what
horror,
the
too.
argument is,
I don't know if you agree, but like, we're in a reboot era of everything. Like, it's not just horror. I saw a commercial the other day for Frasier. I haven't seen that since I was young. And I'm like, we're remaking a Frasier show? Like, people are just, they're grasping at anything that was successful, and they're like, well, let's bring it back. And it works for what? Maybe the first little bit for nostalgia, and then people are like, eh.
I think, like the thing for me is new stuff isn't getting watched. It's not getting bought. People aren't spending money on it. People are spending money on old shit. And old shit keeps coming back. And right now it's super popular to bring back old stuff. So, like, 90s fashion is back. Early 2000s stuff is coming back in. Like, a lot of that stuff is coming back. And Hollywood does the same thing that we as consumers do, and they just ride those waves. So if people start their money where their mouth is and stop paying for the garbage that you don't want to see, then they would change up the game. But because Freddy Krueger, the Nightmare on Elm Streets, the Jasons and all that stuff makes money, like making money. Ghostface keeps making money. They're gonna keep doing that.
They're never
Won't
gonna
stop doing
not
that
do
until it
those
stops making
because
money.
those are your icons that are gonna like. Has any movie ever not done well in the box office? Like after
of course.
huh? I mean,
You
as
mean
far as
after,
those,
like, the recall stuff?
yeah. Like if you bring out a
I mean,
Freddy,
yeah, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that didn't do great.
which one? The
Watched
one that
it,
went
but
straight
that
to
movie didn't do
Netflix?
good. Yeah, didn't do great. The Pet Cemetery movie that they made a couple years ago, that didn't do great. There's a lot of these movies,
But those
that,
aren't Freddy,
you know,
Jason.
it's
Those
just,
aren't your icons, though. Like your main Leatherface, yes. Leatherface, I would put up there on the Mount Rushmore. Ooh, Mount Rushmore.
I mean, like, that's the other thing, though.
What I'm
That's
saying
the
is
other
like
thing.
those are
the
your big three, though. You know, like if you have a Michael movie, if you have a Jason movie, if you have a Freddy movie, there is a definite niche audience that no matter how shitty, you've said it yourself multiple times. If there's a Halloween movie that comes out, you will 100% buy a movie ticket and go see it. There is an audience that it does not matter. That movie could be Halloween Ends. It could be Halloween 2, Rob Zombie. It could be the most boo-boo shoes version of the movie. If it is under that umbrella, you are going to watch it. And they're always going to make money to an extent. Whether or not they make a lot of money depends. But, like, you can pretty much bank on them getting ticket sales for the name alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Like, those forever will, as far as I know, like, or can see they'll
favorite IP, man. That's what they do. The IP for these things, they make money because they're recognizable. People want to buy it. Like my sweater, for an example. This is literally a plain black sweatshirt. The reason why I bought it is because it has this jack-o'-lantern on it. And for those of you who can't see it, you're not watching it on YouTube, you're listening to us. It's the jack-o'-lantern from specifically from Halloween. So that's
is there
why
anything
I bought
on the
this,
back of
because
that, or is it just that?
just that. That's why I wanted it, and it's like stitched on there, like it's expensive.
I was about to say, Christian, they kind of robbed you. They gave you like a tiny ass little thing. Okay, it's stitched.
Yeah,
I mean, you're talking about
it's
buying
like
Halloween shit.
stitched.
I'm drinking out of a Halloween cup. Did I need this? No, but look, it's got Michael Myers' face on it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're marks.
This
We're
cup that I have
marks
has
for those
all like
franchises.
Ghostface all over it. Yeah, like that's what I do. I bought a. You guys have seen it plenty of times if you watch the podcast, but like I constantly drink out of this water bottle that says "Watch more horror movies." It's literally just a Nalgene water bottle, but it says "Watch more horror movies," and that's what I tell people all the time. So
How many
of
faces
course.
are on Mount Rushmore? Four. Okay, what's your Mount Rushmore horror? Before we get into our subject, Michael. If you don't say Michael, I'm ending
Michael,
this.
Jason, Ghostface, and for me, it's Chucky.
What? You forgot Freddy?
Oh shit, I did. I'm so sorry.
God.
I'm
Okay, listen, we're into this.
Michael,
The blasphemy
Jason,
is real.
Freddy.
Hold up. Whoa.
Michael,
your
Jason,
list
Freddy.
is all kinds of fucked up. What in the hell is wrong with you?
Wait, what's your list? Because I think that your list.
Okay,
and my list
we
are
can.
different.
Michael, we agree. Michael, Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
Okay. Freddy.
Yeah.
There's 3. We have one more. One more.
Ghostface for me.
Honestly,
It's Ghostface for me. Here's the thing. It would be Chucky for me.
what?
I just like Ghostface more. And the reason is because Chucky's older than Ghostface for one.
I will
And
put this whole microphone in my mouth. What do you mean?
Dude, Chucky, it like
How
Ghostface,
are you disrespecting Leatherface? Leatherface is before them all. Without Leatherface, we may not get some of these.
You're not wrong on that, but Leatherface has never been up there for me. I love Leatherface, but he's just not.
Leatherface.
He's not. I'm not disrespecting him. He's just. I don't
How
think.
are you going to put a doll ahead of Leatherface?
Let me tell
Here
you.
we go.
Let me
This is
tell
how we
you
get
why.
derailed.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Jesus
And I'll
Christ.
make it quick. I'll make it quick. Aside from the remake that came out in 2003,
Did you hate that on Netflix?
do I hate that movie? I don't hate it, but it's not good.
I don't hate it. I watched
It's not
it. Now
good. I
there
don't
was
hate it.
cool
I hate.
scenes.
You know what I hate more movie. Halloween Ends. I hate that.
Yeah. No, Halloween Ends is a
I hate
worse
Rob
movie.
Zombie's Halloween 2.
That's a worse movie by
I
far. No, I'm not arguing that at all. I can't save those
I'd
movies.
rather watch the new
How
Texas
are you gonna
Chainsaw
put
than
Chucky? Hold on, this is bugging me.
I'm about to
Ghostface.
tell you. I'm about
Look,
to tell
I
you.
can
This is
see an
why.
argument for Ghostface. My
Because
problem with
aside
Ghostface is
from
it's not one killer. Where all these are solo, singular killers. How are you gonna put just an image? That's like I'm gonna put presidents 40 through whatever up on the Mount Rushmore because they all were the same.
this is why, because aside from the Texas Chainsaw and the remake that came out in '03, the rest of them they just don't live
I'm
up.
not
They
saying they're
just don't.
great, but
They're not.
not that Chucky's
And
great.
that's
You
why,
cannot say Chucky movies are great.
dude, Child's Play
I'll
1
give you
slaps.
Child's Play.
Child's Play 2
I'll give you
slaps.
Child's Play.
3, not great. Not great.
You cannot argue
Bride of
that
Chucky
like Seed
slaps.
and Cult and all of those are great movies.
Seed, not so much. Cult though, and Cult and Curse, those are good, man. Those are good.
Christian.
Cult and Curse are good. It's actually Curse and then Cult. Excuse me.
Oh my god.
I'd rather watch a marathon, like, and I'm talking about all
Christian,
day.
you might as well just throw
all I'm doing is
Prowler
sitting-
over there instead of. What are you doing?
The
What are
Prowler,
you
it's hilarious.
doing? Oh my god.
What are you doing? Dude, that's me though.
You've distraught me, sir. You have absolutely distraught me.
Also, like, when I watch, at least back then, I would put myself in the positions of the main characters the best that I could, right? Because and most of these they're like slashers, so they're killing a bunch of women and teenagers and whatnot, and the black people always die first if they're even in the fucking movie to begin with, and like. For me, it was like I don't have to worry about a leather face because one, I'm not going to Texas, and if I do, I'm not going to a rural area ever. Like I'm good to go. I will never be caught foot there. Like for an example, Jaws. I don't have to fucking worry about Jaws. I'm not gonna be in the ocean getting my ass eaten. Like
Well, you have to
fuck
worry about
that.
Jason then, because you're not going to Camp Crystal Lake or space.
I would go. I would go to a camp. I would totally go to a camp. I would, I would do that, and I could get fucking murdered, and then that sucks. I got to watch my back, my front, sides, everything. I could totally do that.
Okay, look.
Dude,
Also, Candyman's pissed at you for disrespecting him. Candyman could get put in there.
I love Candyman, but I'm not gonna disrespect the other killers.
You
Just
see my
because
argument
I
on
like
Ghostface though?
Candyman.
If Ghostface was one singular killer, he could go. But the fact that you're just putting a mask that literally can be anybody and everybody.
But that's the thing. Ghostface is singular. Ghostface is the entity that the people embody when they are killing.
There's
Ghostface
no
is the
supernatural
mask,
to it.
right?
It's literally just a bunch of psychopaths that keep putting on the same mask.
Exactly, but it works, bro. Like Ghostface is the persona that they use. It's just like going to work, right? When they go to work, which is killing people, it's unfortunate, and I don't condone this in any way. But like when they go to work, it is Ghostface. They aren't, they're not Jill, they're not Billy Loomis, they're not Stu Macher, they're not those people. They are Ghostface at that point. So that's why for me it's a little different. I understand what you're saying, but they are
Chucky
Ghostface.
is not going on my top. I can't put Chucky up there.
You just don't like Chucky though. You said
I'm not a big Chucky fan. I'm not. Do I appreciate Child's Play? Yes. Child's Play is by far the favorite of the franchise. Some of the others, I'm just like,
that's how I feel about Texas.
like
bro.
if I watch my son running at me, who's probably no taller than Chucky, I'm just like, if that's Chucky, bro, I'm teeing off. Like I'm about to kick a 60-yard field goal. I'm about to just like punt the shit out of it. If that's
everybody
Chucky.
says that. And in the Chucky TV series, he kind of talks about that in the series. He says he makes a joke about it, and he's like, "Yeah, you don't expect something this small to have that much strength." So apparently, Chucky still has
like man strength, like grown man strength
to what he would have had. Yeah, he still has the strength equivalent he had when he was human. So he's unnaturally strong, if you will, for a doll. So yeah, he still has Charlie Ray's strength. So that's kind of and it's like magic and shit, so it's a little different. So I can be like, yeah, sure, but I mean, the first thought for everybody is, oh, just kick him, it's Chucky. But like, the thing is, if Chucky's like running, Chucky's hardly running.
What if you take a
at
baseball bat and
person
just
like
whack the
that.
shit out of him?
I mean, if you're going on Child's Play rules, just the first one, Hitting him with a baseball bat ain't doing shit. Burning him ain't doing shit. Cutting his head off ain't doing shit. You have to shoot him in the heart.
In the
It's the only
heart.
way.
Oh my god!
The
Why'd you have
heart.
to emphasize the heart?
Because that's how he said it in the movie.
Heart.
It's the only way.
Oh my
The
god! Whatever.
heart.
Get out of here with
Then
that.
he just fucking dies, bro.
Damn.
Like, yeah.
Now I don't. Our top three in Rushmore, I agree with. I don't know the fourth. Like I'm not.
I know mine. That's mine.
Ghostface.
You got Freddy, Jason, Michael, Ghostface.
You were about to
That's
get
me.
disowned if you disrespected Freddy and you didn't put him in the top three because you ignored him.
was
You were
a-
like, I'm putting Chucky and Ghostface. I'm like,
I was just
this man just straight up
legitimately
said, Robert Englund, get out of here. You ain't shit.
that was an accident, but I meant Ghostface though. I meant Ghostface. Let's get
Listeners,
into
who
our
is
main.
your
Let's get into our
top?
main stuff.
Who's your Rushmore? Who's your Rush? Well, that's slashers. Is it or is it icons? I mean, they're all slashers.
They're slashers.
I mean, what if you break down horror icons? Is that? Yeah, that's a whole different debate. I don't know that.
Well, that'll be the next episode.
Yeah,
That'll be the next
damn,
episode.
that's a whole nother. Because I was like, well, it'd be the same, but actually, no, it probably wouldn't. Because then it opens up to Draculas, to Sams, to all kinds of stuff. All right, we're not derailing anymore. It's time that we get into our meat and potatoes. Unless Christian has anything else he wants to talk about from the past week. Did you say no?
That's it. No, I got.
All right. So those watching on YouTube, I have a graphic I'm going to post up on the screen. I found this somewhere upon the interwebs, where I don't remember at this point, but I thought it was interesting. And pretty much it's a play on the Matrix, and I will actually bring it up now. It is a list of all Halloween movies minus the original. We lost Christian while I explain this, but it's a list of all the Halloween movies minus the original. So pretty much it gives you can choose the red pill, so you're going to just accept one of these pills / groups of the Halloween movies. So you choose one or the other. Of course, the original is not included. And the list includes the red pill side. You have Halloween 2, which would be the 1981, I believe. Halloween 2, which will be the Jamie Lee Curtis. You have Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, which is Halloween 6. You have Halloween Resurrection, the Busta Rhymes one. You have Rob Zombie's Halloween. You have Halloween H2O. And Halloween Ends. On the blue pill side, you have Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. The 2018 Halloween from David Gordon Green. Then you have Halloween Kills, which was right after that from David Gordon Green. And then Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. So you have to choose one side or the other. This is actually really tough. From my perspective, there are bad movies on both sides. If you look on the red pill side, Halloween Ends stands out. Halloween Resurrection stands out. Curse of Michael Myers is not fantastic either. So you have bad movies on that side. If you look on the blue pill side, you have Halloween Kills, which is not a fantastic movie. You have Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, not a great movie. There are bad and good movies on both sides, and you have to choose one side or the other. So this is actually a pretty damn tough decision. And again, this is after Halloween. Halloween is there, which you choose one path or the other. You're choosing one or the other side. You can't have both. You can't mix and match. You choose red pill. You choose blue pill. It is honestly pretty equally balanced on good to shitty on both sides. Truthfully.
Did you already say what they were?
I read all the movies.
Okay.
I
kind of like it's tough. Like let's be honest, it's tough which side.
It's very tough. Because we can honestly red pill side. Halloween Ends, shit. It's not good. Halloween Resurrection, not good. Halloween Curse of Michael Myers, it's not great. Right? Halloween 2, fantastic. One of our top movies. Halloween H2O, some people don't like it for various reasons, and there are things that aren't great, but overall, I enjoy it. Rob Zombie's Halloween, I enjoy it for the most part. There are things I do not like, but it's not the worst. Halloween 3, it is not a Michael Myers film, which I feel like that's kind of not fair to it. So it kind of gets a knock against that when you're doing it. But if it wasn't labeled under the Halloween umbrella, that is actually a really good horror movie. The more I watch it, the more I appreciate it, the more I like it. It's not really fair that it's labeled. It's the only movie that's not Michael Myers. And I understand they were trying to do something different and make stuff, and it didn't work. But, like, it's actually a solid movie. Halloween Kills has its moments, but is not great. There is a lot of stuff that makes me want to headbutt a wall. 2018 Halloween was actually really good. I enjoyed it. Rob Zombie Halloween 2, boo-boo shoes. I would rather probably put my foot in the door and slam it. It makes me so angry. Every time I see it, it pisses me off. Halloween 5. They're okay. I mean, it's not bad. Halloween 4? Halloween 4 is not bad. It's pretty solid.
So let me do the same thing you just did, but with my own thoughts. For me, on the left side, red pill, you have Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
But you all know that I believe
Christian's
that
favorite
Halloween
movie
Ends
of all time
is like if you took a shit in a bag and then put that bag in a dumpster with a bunch of dead possums, lit it on fire, and then tried to pee on that dumpster to put it out, but then the fire just trickled up your pee trail and just burned you alive.
You know
That's
what I
what
should
it
have
was
done
like.
instead of watching Halloween Ends?
What's that?
I should have just stuck my dick in a toaster.
I mean, you would have got the same sensation.
Yeah, I would have been like, what the shit did I just do? What did I just experience? Because when it ended, that's it. I was like, the fuck did I just watch? Sorry for the language, but literally, that was the actual phrase that me and the people watching, we were like, the fuck was that? Like, what did we just experience? What did you just do to this franchise? That's Halloween Ends.
Halloween Ends is fucking hot. It's booby shoes, 100%.
Halloween Ends is one of the
100%.
worst in the franchise. Can be considered also the worst, depending on who you ask. It is very bottom tier.
Yeah. So for just my personal opinion, Ends, hot garbage. H2O, I love that movie. Does it have problems? Fuck yeah. It has problems. None of these movies are perfect aside from like the first one. But like I love
H2O. Movie. I really do.
Yeah,
the more I watch it, the more I like it.
H2O, every time I watch H2O, the opening, just the opening.
Can I ask the elephant in the room though? I want to see if you have an answer. I ask this every time, and it really annoys me. Why could they not keep the same mask? Why could you not? What was it that you could not literally get a William Shatner mask and do the same thing? Why did we have to change it?
Everybody wants to put their own spin, recreate, but the thing is, when they made the mask originally, they literally just made it and didn't think anything of it, didn't try to preserve it, nothing. So like the same person who made the original mask didn't make the mask for the other ones, and that's what it is. Most of the time,
they replicate it all the time, but yet we still can't. They
replicate it, but it can't actually be replicated. That's the thing, because the first one that was made, they didn't. Nobody thought about it. They just picked a mask up and just edited that mask, and then went on about their fucking life to make the movie. No, there wasn't a team.
But how can you, in good conscience, take that mask as a body of work, and then bring H2O and be like, well, I'm going to shorten the hair and make it a little spiky? Like, what? Why do they do the shit they do that doesn't literally match anything? Oh, well, over the years, Michael's hair, he decided to go boy band.
I guess the same could be said about like Ghostface, for an example. Like Ghostface mask and cloak actually changes movie to movie, but you don't notice them unless you're like really paying attention. The eyes are bigger, they're smaller, they're squintier sometimes. The mouth is a little different.
His is more close to the original than this.
But it looks close enough.
There's huge noticeable changes on Michael to me.
Yeah. So to get back to what I was saying, Halloween Ends, garbage. H2O, personally, I love it, 100%. Rob Zombie's Halloween, I really like it. I don't like it as much as I used to like it. Like when I first saw it, I thought it was
in its own right
amazing. I thought it was amazing the first time I saw it, but it's not as good as it was to me. But I still like it. Still good.
I appreciate what he did in it for the most part.
Halloween Resurrection, not good.
No.
The best part of that movie is Busta Rhymes talking mad shit to Michael Myers in that one scene. But I really don't like Resurrection. I actually hate it.
I don't like that he calls him Mikey either. Like, we're boys. It's like not Mikey.
Even just there are things in that movie that I hate more than everything that Busta Rhymes' character says. Like Freddy, I think is his name. There are things that I hate way more than that. I love Dangertainment, and I want to get a Dangertainment shirt just for shits and gigs, you know. But like, I don't like Resurrection. I like at
No,
all. I don't like the music. I don't like the way it's shot. I don't like the premise. I don't like the mask. Like I don't like it.
I agree.
You get Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers, which is 6. I personally love 6. Does it have problems? Absolutely. But I personally love 6. And then Halloween 2 is my favorite sequel out of all of them. So that it's pretty balanced list. Then when you got the other half, the right side for me, which is the blue pill, you have Season of the Witch, Halloween 3. I like Season of the Witch. It's not a Michael movie, but I do really like Season of the Witch. You have Halloween Kills, which Evil died that night. Like that was the downfall of everything for me when it came to the Blumhouse trilogy. I was just so disheartened when I got to the end of that, and I knew that there was more. And the only thing I had to look forward to in that movie was that there was going to be something else. So that's all that I had to look forward to. Unfortunately, what I got was trash. Then you have 2018 Halloween. Love 2018 Halloween. I saw that movie in theaters twice. I love both experiences. It was an early date with me and my person. So I
I
have
remember you
fond
texted me
fond
after
memories.
watching it because I was so excited.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm watching it release night, and I was like, damn, I don't get to watch it release night. And I remember I was like, Christian's watching it tonight. He's gonna text me, and all you sent was, love it. Michael is like a great white shark, and I was like, oh shit, I'm sold.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know is this dude's about to be hunting. Like, oh my
Dude,
god,
it
that's
was
all Christian said.
the
He did not go into
epitome.
detail. He was just like, loved it. Michael is a great white shark. End of text. And I was like, oh fuck, it's on. Like I'm
Dude,
ready. That's all I
loved
got.
it
And I
so
was so
much.
hyped.
Loved it so much. Loved it so much. Then you get Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Hot garbage. We don't even have to go into it. I fucking hate that movie. When I'm thinking about it, and this is like a hot take. I don't think I've ever said this out loud before. So here we are. I think that I hate Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 more than I hate Halloween Ends. And here's the thing. I've watched Rob Halloween 2 at least 4 times because I keep trying to give it chances. And each time I watch the movie, I'm more mad than I was the last time I watched it. Because the
Okay.
only
Since you're
thing in
doing a
that
hot take,
movie
I have a
that I like.
question about that
Yeah.
exactly. Which one were you more angry for the first watch? Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 or Halloween Ends? A first watch impression. Which one pissed you off more after? Like credits roll and you're like, that's what I just got?
My honest answer for that is Halloween Ends. And I can explain that too. When I watched Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 when it came out, I didn't know what I was getting into at all. I didn't know what the white horse thing was. I thought I missed the point of the movie. I thought I messed up. And I was also like dating this girl at the time who was like kind of toxic for me, to be honest. Um, that person, I wished them well, whatever. But like, I watched that movie the second time with her, and it was just not a great experience because I was watching the movie and I hated the movie, and it put me in a bad mood, which made the date kind of weird. And we had been dating for a little while at this. We kind of were used to each other, but I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not really like myself. I think I hate this movie, and it was just a weird. It was a weird. That movie put me in such a bad mood that it made me not fun to hang around with. Like
Fair.
me talking about Halloween Ends, I'm still fun because I'm like shitting on this movie with passion. But Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's
Okay.
Halloween 2 was just like disheartening.
To kind of like piggyback off that, Halloween Ends, you kind of knew Halloween Ends was going to piss you off of me bad because of Halloween Kills and also the stuff we had going
Yeah.
into Halloween Ends, like the not leaks, but how they describe the movie. You're like, this is about to fucking make
Yeah.
me mad. Like, there's no shot this movie's
Yeah.
gonna make me happy.
Yeah.
Halloween 2, Rob Zombies.
I'll say this.
Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween was
help.
solid. Like for me, I was like, okay, did they change stuff? There's stuff I'm not crazy about, yes, but overall, I enjoyed it. So I was like, I'm excited to see where you take this. And then I watched, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, how did you go from that to? It was kind of like 2018 Halloween to Kills. Like that was kind of
it's
the
same
feeling.
feeling with Rob Zombie's Halloween. Just Rob Zombie's Halloween, the first one. It's like if you took of Halloween, like you took John Carpenter's story and just made it Grindhouse. That's what you would get. Just blood, titties, unnecessary curse words. Just that's what you get. It's
Very
like, okay,
gritty.
I can deal with most of this, whatever. Just that's why I said grindhouse.
Yeah.
Just really, yeah, gross. You know what I'm saying? And the perfect example of that in the movie is the Joe Grizzly kill, right? It's in a fucking truck stop bathroom. It's nasty. It's disgusting. Like, ugh.
Joe
But that's
Grizzly,
the
bitch.
movie. That's the whole movie. Yeah, that's still one of my favorite parts of that film. But so to keep going, we got Halloween 5, which is the Return of Michael Myers, I believe. Actually, let me look before Revenge. I'm so sorry. It's the Revenge of Michael Myers. Halloween 5, like the first time I saw Halloween 5, I liked it. And like I liked it when I was younger because I used to see it on AMC all the time on the marathons. But like watching it now as like an adult that like thinks for himself, that movie's not good. It's silly, and I know what I'm getting into when I watch it. And like, perfect example is the cops in that movie that have their own like hokey, stupid little theme song when they walk around. And like that's just to show you what you're getting into. But that movie itself is not good. The ending is like to be continued, haha, kind of thing, which is kind of annoying. But the main character that we follow, Jamie Lloyd's character, like carries that fucking movie on her back. She carries that fucking movie on her back, and she saves a lot of that movie for me because she's so good. Daniel Fisher was so good. I really loved it. And then Halloween 4,
Fisher.
The Return of
Daniel
Michael
Harris.
Myers. I said Fisher. I'm so sorry. I meant Harris.
Yeah.
Mine is somewhere else. But Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, the movie, like the story, is great. I really like the story. I
It's
like that
good.
movie a lot. The Mask is dumb as shit. If you could
We
like,
can argue Mask all day though. I don't. The Mask pissed me off in most movies, honestly.
if you didn't have that mask and just had so many other masks that have been made since then, the movie would have been better. He just looked really bad, but the movie itself was really good.
Yeah.
So, all that to say, on the red pill side, you have one for me. There's Halloween Ends. There's Resurrection. Those are just like terrible. I hate them movies. And then on the blue side, you have Kills. You have Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. So there's two movies on both sides I really hate. However, 5 isn't the best movie, and 6 isn't the best movie, but I'd rather watch 6 than 5 if I had a
It
choice.
balances
And
really well, truthfully.
yeah, but then you have Resurrection, which is also ass. And the worst movie I can think of that I haven't mentioned on the blue side would be uh, Season of the Witch. But I'd rather watch Season of the Witch any day than watch Resurrection.
True.
So
Fair.
if I had to pick one of these sides, I'd probably have to go with the blue side.
Ooh, really?
And it's for what I just said. There's like the thing is, let's just say these were all I could get, and I was only gonna watch the ones that I actually enjoy watching. On the blue side, I have one,
So
two,
can I bring up something?
3.
A stat that I just looked at. Well, I just
Sure,
realized.
sure.
So red pill, you have. Actually, wait. 1, 2. Hold on. No. One.
There's 6 movies on each.
No, yeah. There's 6 movies. Hold on. I'm figuring it's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 Jamie Lee movies on the red side.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in 4 movies: Ends, H2O, Resurrection, and 2. The original 2. On the other side, you just get Kills and Halloween. That's it, right? Yeah. The 2018 and Kills.
I'm saying this and then I'm second guessing myself because
I'm going red. I'm going
here's
red.
why.
Solely red for me is Halloween 2, first and foremost. That one is a trump card for me because that is the strongest movie in this whole damn category, first and foremost. I'm going that one. And then my love for H2O, also Jamie Lee. And then also I really do like Rob Zombie's Halloween. So those to me outweigh Kills. I can do without watching. I really like Halloween 2018 a lot. I could watch 4 and 5 also. Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I could deal without. I like Season of Witch, but again, it's not a Michael movie, so I feel like that's not a fair thing to have it on that side or really in the list. But I get they have it to balance because it's a Halloween movie. But I'm going to go red. Red side for me.
If I break it down the way that you just broke it down, on the side,
It's tough.
you have Halloween 2, like you just said. You have H2O, like you said. I do like Rob Zombie's Halloween. It's not my favorite,
But it's solid. I will watch it. If it's on, I'm
but
not going to turn it. Most of them I'm not going
but
to turn, even if I hate them, because I'm that much of a fan of the series or the franchise. But are there some that, like, if I see the original Halloween or I
you
see Halloween 2 or Rob Zombie or H2O, I'm like, ooh, like that excitement level is higher than if I see Halloween 2, Rob Zombies, I'm like, I might watch it, but I'm also going to be really mad. Like, I'm going to be really pissed off. Like, do I want to get mad? So once you pick, I have another question. We're gonna do something else. Are you staying blue? See, Christian now is thinking red. He's like, damn, there is a lot more Jamie Lee. You're right.
it's not just Jamie Lee because Jamie Lee only really makes the first one for me.
I
The
love Jamie
original.
Lee though. I do.
And
I like her in H2O.
H2O. So, but that's what I'm saying. With how we got
Ends, she
Halloween
sucks.
2.
Jamie Lee is the worst in the ends, in my opinion. And in Resurrection, she's not even she's barely a blip on the radar in Resurrection. She's gone in like the first 15 minutes or something. She's out. Like she's not existing in the story. She's there. Michael does his shit and it's done. Like it's quick.
If Resurrection had to exist,
It
and I was
exists.
able to rewrite the movie and make it to where the whole movie took place in that insane asylum instead of this bullshit with the kids and Busta Rhymes and all that, then I would just do that because
Insane
that's a
Asylum would
better
be way
movie.
scarier. Just saying.
Yeah, it'd be a much better movie, like him sneaking into that asylum, and the movie could take place over
Her running around. But then again, though, I
one
guess
night.
they might be scared to do that because of the hospital. Like then you're kind of
They were
redoing the
scared.
hospital.
They weren't scared to do it. The
They
whole
scared.
thing is when H2O came out, they were supposed to have the scene in the movie from Resurrection where you see Michael choking that dude out and switching his mask off and like going into the pyramid, all that shit, like when he like fakes his death or whatever. That's supposed to be in H2O, but they cut it because Jamie Lee was pitching a bitch because she didn't want that to be in the movie because it sucks. So that's what happened. And that's another reason why her performance in Resurrection is so garbage because she didn't want to do that because it fucking sucks.
She's
And also
how long is
because
she in
she's
there? She's
kind
in
of a diva
there.
too.
Is she
So
in
like
there
I get it.
more in Resurrection than Michael's in Halloween Ends? Michael's
Probably
in what? What
not,
do
to
we
be
say?
honest.
10 minutes total in Halloween
Yeah.
Ends.
Yeah. That's about how long the first scene of
That's
that
what I'm
movie
saying.
is.
Like it.
But let me try to answer the questions though, because
Answer the
like we
question
keep
because I
leaving
have
off.
another question on the fly for you that I think you're gonna like. So I'm going red side. I've made my peace with it. Would I take movies from the blue side? 100%. But I'm going red side. Mainly, Halloween 2 leads the way for me for a lot of reasons.
You have two Halloweens on. You have Halloween like one essentially, right, on both lists. You have a Halloween two on both lists. You have the third installment in a franchise on both lists.
How dare you say
So
Halloween Kills is Halloween 2? How dare you, Christian? I swear, I'm about to headbutt this microphone today.
no. Look at the list. How
No, I see it. They balanced it out well. I get what you're saying, but Halloween Kills is not even. You can't put that with Halloween 2. Yeah. We lost Christian. He got so mad he's gone back to Haddonfield. I'm staying with red. Again, multiple reasons. Halloween 2 is a really, really high up the list for me movie. Rob Zombie's Halloween, I enjoy. Personal enjoyment one. Like I said, are there qualms with it? 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Halloween H2O, same thing. I really enjoy it. Are there qualms? Yes. Halloween Ends, I do not enjoy. Resurrection, not a fan of. Halloween Curse of Michael Myers is not great, but it's solid. Like, I'll deal with it. So I go red side. Mainly, I don't like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I can not watch that and be okay. 4 and 5, I'm okay with. Halloween 2018, absolutely love. Halloween, that would be the strongest one on the list for me. Halloween 2018 on the blue side, easily strongest one for me. Season of the Witch, I don't think it's fair it's on there because I like it. I think if it was called just Season of the Witch or whatever, Hallows Eve, Season of the Witch, not within the Halloween umbrella like that whole thing, I would like it a lot more. But because it's listed with that franchise and it's like it's the redheaded stepchild of the franchise, it gets a bad rap. It is a solid movie, though. I do enjoy it. Silver Shamrock, all that stuff. I have to go red. I'm staying red. I'm staying there. When Christian comes back, though, I have a question for him that we're gonna combine. So they've done 6 movies on each side. We're gonna give you our 6 movies. Oh, here he comes. All right, Christian, make your choice, sir.
All
we
right.
got stuff to do.
So
red or blue?
Yeah.
Final answer.
I'm
red.
gonna go.
This is one of the first times we've had him stumped,
side.
and I'm actually pretty solid on my answer. I'm not wavering.
I'm gonna go red side.
Oh, he moved. We got him. Listeners, we convinced Christian to join the dark side.
But that's a hard decision. Let me be honest.
Strongest movie on blue is Halloween 2018.
The only reason why I'm going to the red side because the original Halloween 2 is on the red side. If Halloween 2 wasn't on red side, I'd be blue. Because Halloween 2018, great. Season of the Witch,
Halloween 2 over trumps
Michael.
Halloween 2018.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The strongest on blue is Halloween 2018 to me. The strongest on red, Halloween 1981, right? Halloween 2. Mm-hmm. That trumps to me the others, so that's why I have to go Halloween 2. All right, so we're both going red side.
The reason why it's so difficult is it's just like here's the thing. On the red side, I'm watching Halloween 2, whatever. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch Curse, which is Halloween 6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch H2O.
Yeah.
On the other side, I'm gonna 2018 Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch 4.
Yeah.
And I'll watch Season of the Witch because like 5 isn't really that great. I'll probably skip it if that's the list I'm going with. But like I might as well just stick with the red side because I'm gonna watch more on that side.
And you get more Jamie Lee. Just saying. Okay, now we're gonna shift the question a little bit before we go to last call. So we have 6 movies on each side. Make your perfect side out of these 12 movies. Perfect side. So we're gonna start with the obvious answer. Both sides are gonna have Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2. So that's your one.
Both sides have Halloween 2?
No, we're going to make our perfect side. Like, instead of a red or blue pill side, make your own side that is 6 perfect. Out of this 12-movie list, you pick 6 movies.
Oh, pick the best 6? Yeah, okay.
Pick 6. Cool. You get what I'm saying? Halloween 2, yep. That has got to be a consensus. Mm-hmm. So there's one. All right, do you want to go with the second one? We'll see if I agree.
Do they need to be in order of how they came out?
I would just pick 6. Just pick 6.
Okay.
For the sake of time, we'll pick 6.
2, 6, H2O, 2018, 4 for me. And how many is that? Did I just say?
I don't know. Okay, so Halloween 2, yes.
Yeah,
I'm saying Halloween 2, Halloween 4, 2018, Rob Zombies, H2O, and
6.
What is
Curse for me?
You think so? You're saying Curse over 5? Yeah.
Yeah. Curse. Damn, for sure.
I really want to give it to Season of the Witch, but that one, like I said, that's not really fair. That's like the redhead stepchild of all.
Season of the Witch would be a great contender, though.
Yeah, Witch is up there. Witch would be, if Witch is not 6, it's number 7. It's right there. I'll side with you on 6. Is 6 is Tommy Doyle, isn't it? No.
Yes.
It is? Is that Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going 6. Okay, so Halloween 2, the original. Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers. Rob Zombie's Halloween. H2O. Halloween 2018. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. That's your perfect side. With a strong push from Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. There you go.
Yeah, that's like a contender, man. Like, I'm telling you.
Damn, I don't know.
But yeah, that's my preference.
Paul Rudd gives me... I really like Paul Rudd as Tommy Doyle. So I'll give him the edge over Season of the Witch. All right, there you go. There's our list.
Well, let's get to the last call because I got a last call question and it might take you a minute to answer it. So.
All right. Well, Christian is rushing us, but it's time that you place your order and get your last call because it's time to
pass the whiskey.
That's right. Get your
Whiskey.
As we're going to the last call question this week, Christian has it. So what do we got for us?
All right, so we're talking about Halloween. We're talking about Michael Myers. We're talking about the franchise in general, all the sequels, everything. My question is, what do you want to see in the near future for Halloween? And what I mean by that is, we know that the rights are about to get bought out by a company. A24 is a big contender right now, a big contender for that franchise. What do you want to see? A show? Do you want to see more movies? Do you want to see video games? Do you want to see new stories with new characters? Do you want to see them remake it again? Do you want to see a new kind of prequel? Do you want to see them continue where it left off for ends, which I know that's not the case. Like,
No.
where do you want to see Halloween go? How do you want to see this thrive? This is all you. You don't have to worry about anybody else. This is literally just what
You're not going to like my answer. The first thing that just popped in my head, I'm going to throw a curveball. Look, my pumpkin is out because spooky season is approaching the end. But obviously, what probably people are expecting is me to say a movie. I would like another movie to maybe pick up. What if we threw a curveball? What if we threw a complete and utter 12-6, sports fans, you understand that out there, curveball? We make a survival horror Halloween game.
How would that
and
game...
why I say survival horror is because I feel like the horror genre is kind of stuck, and it works, don't get me wrong, like obviously it's grabbing people play it, but we're stuck in that asymmetric Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, like we're in the same type of killer victim thing, right? We're kind of doing this, like we've had Friday the 13th, we've had Texas Chainsaw, we've had Evil Dead, we've had Dead by Daylight, we've had these different ones. What if we go back to survival horror in a sense, and we have, I don't know, do some kind of story? I don't really know how it would work. I'm saying survival horror, but I'm thinking of this like a story mode in that where, you grab supplies to heal and give you that Resident Evil nemesis, Mr. X, chasing thing. That suspenseful, he's on my ass, I gotta get away. The Resident Evil 7 family. That whole, you're trying to like get out and explore and you're trying to make it through like the house or an area or a hospital or insane asylum. Like make your own story. Like you said, play off of that. Michael's put in the insane asylum now after the events and you're in there visiting and it locks down. He breaks free. He gets, he's out and you're trying to escape. But you're also like, there's that, he pops out, he'll chase you for however long, and you have to hide and do all that. What, Alien Isolation? Didn't it do that well? Yeah. Something like that. Let's do something like that. That would be, dude, I would be balls deep in that. That would be a day one buy for me. I would 100% be like, yes, give me Michael chasing me. Would I love to play Michael? 100%. But it's kind of being done a lot, so let's throw a curveball and do something a little different. I know that's not probably on the table with the video game and the rights and stuff, but why not?
So what you're saying is you would like to see a new story in a video game format that tells the story that might even continue that story with sequel.
You could even do Halloween 2 in the hospital because, I don't think it would really necessarily work well within the, like, Halloween 1, just the little bit of the suburb we get, because you don't have a lot of room to explore. But if you had like a building, like a hospital, like a big hospital or insane asylum, you have quite a bit of ground to cover with floors and rooms and stuff.
Kind of like Arkham Asylum.
Do what?
Kind of like Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, like you need more room, like to make the game not just, I don't know, 2 hours of trying to escape. But if you did do it short, just make it intense as hell. Like you turn a corner and then damn, Michael's like in your ass. And then you're just like trying to get away. Not so much as like shooting him in like Resident Evil like action gunplay, because yeah, you can find some stuff, but if you were in the real world, what are the likelihoods of you being in a hospital and like, oh, well, I found a gun in Dr. Dickenstein's dresser drawer thing over here, and I'm gonna shoot Michael, or there's a rocket launch, like none of that. More like I found a scalpel, maybe I could stab him. I found something, just to stun him for a little bit to like get him off me. I would go with something like that. I think that would be fun. To me.
Okay. Thanks.
What about you?
Excuse me, sneeze. Um, I've kind of talked about this before, and for me, mine would be a show. That's what I would do, and the show would be what I said earlier. It would be an HBO Max, like an HBO Max, like original type show. That way we could that each could be like an hour, kind of like Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, that type of thing. Last of Us, like that kind of quality where we're putting time into the set designs, we're putting time into the mask, we're putting time into the characters, we're putting time into everything. Like I want that type of thing. I want the show to be dark. I don't want to have to worry about censorship for these things. I don't want it to be like on the sci-fi, to be on AMC. Like this is something that you have to buy. Like it's HBO. Like that's when I think of shows that I really like that are live action. I think HBO. So that's what I'm going with. And what I would do is tell the story that I had mentioned before, where it takes place after Halloween 2, the original, and it's some time after that. We have a new actress playing Laura, like new everybody. No old people coming back in, new everybody, clean slate, new everyone. And that story would be Lori with her twins, John and I can't remember the and what's her name?
Jamie?
Jamie. John and Jamie. And the story about how she had to give up. She is the first season would essentially be her giving up Jamie to save her life because Michael isn't dead and is after them. I would tell that story, and obviously for me, I think the first season would take place in Haddonfield. She would eventually move out of Haddonfield because she is moving away. John's dad, um, like the it could even be the character from Halloween 2. We could keep that, like I said, all different actors though. And I would like to tell that story about how he's coming after her. She even moves later on to a high-rise apartment, like the original story was going to be there. And we can tell the story about how Michael is like pretty much just going floor to floor trying to find Lori and her new family. That after she gives up Jamie, we can see the story Halloween 4 about how Jamie gets with this new family. That could be another season where it's on Jamie. Then after that season, we'll have scenes where we show John, we show Lori. She's changed her name. She's starting to work at this new job, which would be the school from H2O, and never bringing Jamie up. And then seeing like on the news whether or not I want to keep it to where Jamie does eventually pass. If that happens and we see that Jamie's passed, then that would affect Lori heavily. And that's when she starts drinking later on. John's a teenager at this point. He goes to school at the school that she's had mistress at. And that's when she starts becoming an alcoholic hardcore because that's happening. And then instead of just telling the story about Michael Myers and all the stuff that happened and how he's still out, she tells him the story about his twin sister that he doesn't know about Jamie, shows him the pictures, shows him the obituaries, all this stuff. And then that could be that season, like them with that, and then Michael coming to the school at the end of that season, and then moving on from there. That's what I would do if I were going to tell that story. Still get Lori, she's different. You still get John, he's different. You still get Jamie, she's different. You still get Michael, he's different. And the subsequent side characters are going to be in that story. But that's what I would do because I think that would satisfy literally everyone. You get a lot of the same, but you get to change everything you want. The characters' names are the same. Some of the backstories are very close to what you know, but it's different enough to keep us, the old heads, still in there, and the new people. That's what I would do.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode. If you'd like your question to be featured in the last call section of the podcast, then go to gilded.gg/Sinister Pack in the application put from the pod, and there is a section for Sippin With Sin where you can do episode chat, you can show drinks, you can do Sinister Tales and talk about things that go bump in the night and give us stories to talk about on the podcast, or you can submit your last call question to be featured on the podcast there as well. You can also find us on social media at Sippin With Sin, Sippin with Sin, over on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Threads. Drop us a line there. Get your question featured on the podcast. You can find new Sippin With Sin episodes every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Central Time on Apple, Spotify, Overcast, Anchor.fm, and many, many more. 8 a.m. every Wednesday. That's right. Weekly episodic episodes. Yeah, phrasing. Rate it 5 stars. Follow, subscribe, share it with a friend. Enjoy it. Continue to grow the community. We appreciate you. We hope you've enjoyed spooky season. And you can watch the video version of the podcast over on youtube.com/IamSinister. Be sure to thumbs up it and subscribe to it. Would greatly appreciate it. And you can see us in our facial expressions as we talk about these different topics and we get derailed about who's on the Mount Rushmore. Let us know your Mount Rushmore. Let us know if you would pick red or blue side. We want to know your answers to all these questions that we debated on today. So drop us a line and tell us about it. You can find me on my personal socials on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Threads at IamSinister TV, facebook.com/IamSinister TV, and then, of course, all the others at IamSinister TV. You can find me streaming on kick.com/IamSinister. You can find me on twitch.tv /IamSinister TV. And, yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me. Christian, where can the lovely folks find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Vin and Ink, all one word. You guys can also find me on my own horror podcast, which is Horrorverse Pod, on all the socials. And you guys can find me on my own TikTok, as the kids say, at my full name, Christian Vincent. You'll post in horror reviews, book reviews, that and the like, and some art as well. And that's about all the places you guys can find me right now.
Christian, I don't know if you saw that, but I had cat-like reflexes. I was trying to flex my, obviously, while we picked Halloween 2, cup, and I tried to drop it, but I caught it without spilling a drop. Not that there's much in it, but cat-like reflexes. Ladies and gentlemen,
congratulations.
Spooky season is still upon us. That crisp breeze blowing in the air, chilling your spine, the wolves howling in the background, all that's going on. And you got to go out there into the world because you don't have to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here for another week. We will see you guys next week. It's time for Christian to shut it down.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to yet another episode of Sipping With Sin. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review. I will be reading those soon. I'm looking at you. Guys, we love you so much. We appreciate it. If you've gotten this far, you're a real one. But I'm going to leave you with 3 words. 3 words that I always leave you with every episode. If you haven't heard them before, listen carefully because they might save your life. And if you have heard them before, say them with me. And those 3 words are, don't get gutted.
See you guys next week.